Surely, in the journey of life, each of us has encountered people harboring a subtle emotion, envy. It's a mysterious feeling, hard to identify, yet capable of infiltrating every relationship, from work and friendships to even the closest romantic connections. Envy rarely reveals itself openly. It often hides behind smiles and fake congratulations, making it hard for us to recognize immediately. However, no matter how well hidden, this emotion always leaves traces. If you pay close attention, you can identify an envious person within minutes. In this video, we will explore 10 distinct signs that help you identify an envious person in just 5 minutes, from facial expressions to actions they cannot hide. Let's examine how small gestures and unconscious reactions can reveal this concealed emotion. Most importantly, during this journey, we'll apply the ancient principles of Stoic philosophy to not only recognize envy, but also learn how to handle such negative emotions, enabling us to become stronger in all relationships. Stoicism, with the wisdom and calm of philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, will guide us in mastering emotions and maintaining inner peace against the temptations of jealousy. Get ready to uncover the signs you may have overlooked, and join me in discovering how to live with independence, strength, and serenity in this challenging world. 1. Unnatural facial expressions. When you stand in front of someone, you might sense their insecurity or the suppressed emotions in their expressions, even when they try hard to mask their true feelings. Have you ever wondered, how can you recognize if someone is jealous of you? Just by observing their facial expressions in a matter of seconds. Jealousy can be like an undercurrent, silently existing beneath a smiling facade. But if you're perceptive enough, you'll notice the subtle signs it leaves on their face. Jealousy isn't always expressed through words or actions. Often, it's revealed through unnatural expressions, forced smiles, or evasive glances. These are the telltale signs you can identify within 5 minutes if you know how to observe. The philosopher Epictetus once said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." Jealousy stems from dissatisfaction with what one has, turning comparisons with others into an insatiable craving. When you succeed or achieve something, a jealous person cannot genuinely share your joy because they're unhappy with themselves. They look at you with a strained gaze, attempting to smile but failing to conceal the tension. These expressions are not the marks of genuine happiness, but a poorly executed performance they cannot master. Have you ever noticed that someone's smile sometimes never quite reaches their eyes? Or that when they offer congratulations, there's no genuine enthusiasm in their tone? These are clear signs of someone who harbors jealousy toward you, even if their words seem innocuous. Such expressions can easily be overlooked if you're not paying attention. However, if you pause and observe closely, you'll notice that every small change in their facial expressions and fleeting glances reflects a deeper emotional truth. A practical example might be a colleague who says they're very happy for your promotion, yet their eyes betray a hint of discomfort, a mixture of jealousy thinly veiled by their effort to appear composed. Even if they mask their feelings with a smile, you'll detect a subtle resistance, as if they're forcing themselves to congratulate you. This is a hallmark of jealousy. To deal with jealous individuals, Stoic philosophy teaches us not to react emotionally. When you notice jealousy on someone's face, instead of feeling upset or hurt, you can choose to respond with calmness and clarity. The jealousy of others is not something you can change, but your reaction to it is entirely within your control. By staying true to yourself and living according to your values and goals, you'll never be drawn into the endless game of comparisons. So, when you notice someone's jealousy through their forced smile or unnatural gaze, pause for a moment and reflect. They cannot change their feelings, but you have full control over your own emotions. As the Stoics taught, the only domain you truly govern is your mind. Once you realize this, you'll gain the true strength to live a free and serene life, undisturbed by the negative emotions of others. 2. Devaluing your achievements and dismissing success. When someone is jealous, they not only feel disappointed about your success, but also try to diminish its value, making it seem trivial and unworthy of attention. This is one of the most evident signs you can notice within moments of interacting with them. Jealousy cannot tolerate the idea of someone else surpassing them, so they attempt to devalue your achievements, even if those accomplishments are the result of sincere effort and dedication. The question is, why would someone feel the need to downplay your success? The answer lies in their inability to accept the success of others and their fear of being left behind if they move ahead. Philosopher Seneca once said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." When someone is envious of your achievements, they are wasting their potential. Instead of using their time and opportunities to improve themselves, they choose to compare and diminish the accomplishments of others. By devaluing your success, they try to reassure themselves that they are not being outpaced. This behavior reflects a mind caught in the struggle between scarcity and ego. They cannot see your success as a testament to perseverance, but rather want to make it appear smaller so they don't feel inadequate. A practical example can often be observed in the workplace. Imagine you complete a major project, earning praise from clients and recognition from colleagues. You expect a positive reaction, but a jealous person might not only remain silent, but also say things like, "It was just luck, nothing special," or "The whole team contributed. It wasn't just you." They intentionally downplay the value of your hard work because, deep down, they perceive others' recognition of your achievements as a threat to their sense of worth. This is a clear reflection of their insecurity and lack of confidence in their abilities. So, how do we prevent such comments from hurting us? Stoic philosophy teaches that negative emotions from others can only affect us if we allow them to. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Therefore, instead of letting others' dismissive words make you feel insecure, remember that your success is not something they can define. Success is not the result of luck or coincidence. It is born from persistence and relentless effort. If someone tries to minimize your achievements, it's often because they cannot accept that you have accomplished something they feel incapable of achieving themselves. 3. Constant comparison and indirect responses. Have you ever felt that every time you share a success or a small joy in life, someone always tries to compare it, placing you on a scale against what they consider better? If you've encountered this, you've likely witnessed a clear sign of jealousy. A jealous person doesn't just feel disheartened by your achievements. They incessantly compare, offering opposing feedback, not to learn or improve themselves, but to diminish your worth. These individuals may not always express their envy outright, but their actions and responses reveal their deep-seated jealousy. As a Stoic philosopher, I recognize that constant comparison is one of the ways jealousy infiltrates the human soul. Epictetus once taught, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This means that the way others react to your success isn't the issue. It's how they let their emotions govern their actions and responses. Jealous people will always compare and try to undermine your values because they cannot bear your success. This behavior stems from insecurity, a lack of self-confidence, and dissatisfaction with their own lives, which prevents them from sharing in your joy. As a result, when you share your happiness or achievements, instead of receiving support and congratulations, you may encounter negative or dismissive reactions. A common example can be found in the business world. When someone starts a company and achieves initial success, they may expect encouragement from those around them. However, instead of praise, they might hear comparisons to long-established companies or individuals with far greater achievements. Statements like, "Oh, your company is doing okay, but it's nowhere near Amazon," are often thrown around. Such comparisons are not meant to encourage but to invalidate, as they fail to acknowledge that every path to success has its value and cannot be measured in a "who's better" framework. These responses can make one feel discouraged and lead to doubt about their capabilities. If we spend too much time comparing ourselves to others, we miss out on opportunities for personal growth and living a fulfilling life. Comparison is not just unwise, it's a waste of time and energy. By comparing ourselves to others, we trap ourselves in a meaningless race where there are no true winners. Everyone has their unique path, and one person's success does not equate to another's failure. Comparison creates fertile ground for jealousy to grow unchecked. Next, let's move on to sign number 4. But first, I have a question for you. Have you ever wondered why some people like your posts but never truly show interest in your achievements in real life? Why do those who say they congratulate you completely ignore your posts about success on social media, leaving vague comments or none at all? This is one of the clearest signs of jealousy in today's digital world, where online behavior has become a medium for reflecting hidden emotions. 4. Behavior on social media. Marcus Aurelius wrote in Meditations, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." Negative emotions like jealousy, expressed through social media actions, are not accidental. They stem from thoughts trapped in meaningless comparisons with others. Social media has made this even easier. Just a like or a comment can reveal underlying truths. A jealous person often avoids expressing genuine joy for others, as they feel overshadowed or as though someone else's success diminishes their value. Have you noticed that while sharing a significant achievement, a career milestone, or a memorable vacation, some people only view your posts without ever engaging? This might not simply be a lack of interest, but an unconscious reaction driven by jealousy. They cannot admit that you have something they desire, and instead of showing support, they choose to ignore or avoid adding to your moment of triumph. Similarly, when you post about a major professional accomplishment and a close friend neither shares nor comments meaningfully, perhaps only offering a lukewarm like. Isn't that revealing? When someone cannot acknowledge another's success and instead responds with indifference or silence, jealousy often lies at the root. A jealous person avoids celebrating others because doing so feels like a reminder of their shortcomings. From a Stoic perspective, social media behavior reflects an individual's dissatisfaction with their own life. They cannot find joy in others' success because they are torn between feelings of lack and discontent with themselves. When time is spent comparing and seeking fulfillment through others' achievements instead of improving oneself, life's precious opportunities are squandered. The key is not to react to others' jealousy, but to maintain your composure and confidence in your journey. Don't let superficial interactions or the absence of engagement disturb your peace of mind. As Marcus Aurelius said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." If others' jealousy presents an obstacle, use it as an opportunity to grow and continue moving forward without letting anyone or anything derail your progress. Social media should be a space to share joy, not a place to seek validation. True satisfaction comes from understanding that life is not a competition, but a journey uniquely your own. 5. Fake sympathy and joy over your failures. How can you recognize jealousy in someone during challenging moments, especially when you've just experienced a failure? This is when their sympathy goes beyond normal reactions and reveals itself as insincere, a half-hearted comfort that lacks genuine care. When you face difficulties or setbacks, they might be the first to console you, but the feeling you get is not one of sincerity. Instead, it's the subtle joy they can't hide, a quiet satisfaction at seeing you stumble. This is a sign of jealousy, thinly veiled behind gentle words that fail to mask their satisfaction at your failure. So, have you ever wondered, does their empathy truly come from the heart, or is it just a facade? The answer often lies in how they react to your missteps. Instead of sharing your pain, they find a peculiar satisfaction in seeing you fall from grace. Philosopher Seneca once said, "No man is more unhappy than he who never faces adversity, for he is not permitted to prove himself." This reminds us that challenges and failures are opportunities to prove one's character. However, some people, instead of understanding that failure is an integral part of growth, feel joy in witnessing others falter. A famous example that illustrates this is the story of Taylor Swift and Kanye West. While Taylor was celebrating her first Grammy win, Kanye interrupted her speech on stage, claiming that Beyoncé deserved the award more. Although Kanye later apologized, his actions betrayed jealousy and disappointment. His interruption and public sympathy for Beyoncé masked an underlying satisfaction in diminishing someone else's success to highlight his preferences. In this scenario, Kanye's empathy was merely a cover for the pleasure derived from undermining someone else. When you're facing tough times, they might offer false comfort, but they can't hide the smug look of satisfaction at seeing you falter. This is particularly evident in professional relationships. For instance, if you lose an important contract or face a significant setback at work, you might receive consoling remarks like, "Don't worry, everyone has tough times." But if you pay close attention, you'll notice the subtle glee on their face. It's not genuine empathy, it's the kind of reassurance that says, "I knew this would happen to you." A truly empathetic person will never feel joy at someone else's failure. They will share in your pain and offer genuine support. A jealous person, on the other hand, may feign sympathy but secretly celebrate your setbacks. This is not an act of kindness, but rather a reflection of their satisfaction in feeling relieved of the competition you once posed. Sometimes, we too may fall into the trap of false empathy. This question isn't just about others, but also about ourselves. It's an opportunity to reflect and learn to recognize and shield ourselves from insincere emotions. We've reached the halfway point in today's lesson. Your presence here is a tremendous source of encouragement as we strive to bring the true values of Stoic philosophy to more people. So, please like and share this video to pass along these insights to your friends and loved ones, or leave a comment saying, "I cherish my life," if you're ready for the next 5 lessons in this journey. 6. Actions over words, the true test. When you want to know whether someone genuinely cares about you, or if their actions are mere pretense, the key is not to listen to the words they speak, but to observe their actions. Have you ever wondered, does this person truly believe in what they are saying, or do they simply want you to believe their words? According to Stoic philosophy, actions always carry more weight than words, as they reveal a person's true nature. A jealous individual might utter kind words, but their actions often fail to reflect that sincerity. Philosopher Epictetus once said, "What you do is what you are, not what you say." This statement emphasizes that a person's actions are the true measure of their character, not the words they speak aloud. Have you ever encountered a situation where someone tells you they're happy for your success, yet when you truly need their support, they avoid helping? This is a clear example of the discrepancy between words and actions that you must learn to recognize. A person who genuinely wants you to succeed will not only congratulate you on your achievements, but will also step up to assist you when you face difficulties. Actions are the ultimate determinant of a person's authenticity, not their words. A colleague might say they're happy for you, but then refuse to help you in your moment of need. This reflects an underlying jealousy they cannot conceal, where their words and actions do not align. We see this phenomenon clearly in the lives of public figures. In the debate between LeBron James and Michael Jordan over who is the greatest player in NBA history, many fans of both players have voiced criticisms or praises on social media platforms. However, when we look at the actions of these individuals, whether it's recognizing the accomplishments of their rivals, mentoring younger players, or contributing to their communities, we can discern who genuinely supports collective progress and who simply talks without following through. A person who is genuinely empathetic and not jealous will prove it through their actions, not their words. Therefore, instead of focusing on compliments or congratulatory remarks, we must pay attention to their actual deeds. This is the real test of someone's sincerity. Have you ever asked yourself whether your actions truly reflect what you say? Or are you also caught up in making grand statements without ever taking meaningful action? This is the challenge we all must confront. Remember, in a world full of pretense, actions will always be the most authentic evidence of what we claim to stand for. 7. Spreading exaggerated details about your failures. Have you ever noticed someone continuously spreading stories and information about your failures, exaggerating and dramatizing them far beyond the truth? This is a clear sign of jealousy subtly at play. Such individuals, instead of sharing information objectively, blow things out of proportion, turning your setbacks into dramatic, tragic tales. This is a cunning tactic for them to feel superior, allowing them to focus on their mistakes and take pride in not experiencing the same missteps. In Stoic philosophy, life's ups and downs are inevitable, and jealous individuals are those who never approach failure with maturity. Instead, they turn others' failures into opportunities to assert their superiority. Seneca once wrote in Letters from a Stoic, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." This highlights the spiritual poverty of those who always seek to bring others down instead of elevating themselves. When a jealous person witnesses your failure, they won't remain silent. They will rejoice and spread the news in a way that makes you appear weaker in the eyes of others. They will exaggerate your failure, transforming it into a huge tragedy when, in reality, it is merely an ordinary setback. Consider a real-world example from the entertainment industry. In the lives of celebrities, failures and controversies are inevitable. When Taylor Swift faced criticism about her personal life, instead of receiving empathy, many within the music industry spread exaggerated stories about her, tarnishing her public image. These stories were not only untrue, but also distorted to create a negative portrayal of her. This phenomenon doesn't just negatively impact celebrities, but also serves as a valuable lesson for anyone in life. Surely, you've witnessed stories about others being exaggerated, haven't you? Perhaps you've even been a victim of such false narratives, where minor failures in your life were turned into dramatic tales. When that happens, you might wonder, why do people behave this way? The answer lies in their satisfaction at seeing you brought down. They not only want to see you fail, but also amplify it to prove that they are superior. In life, when we encounter this kind of jealousy, we must learn to remain calm and not let ourselves be swayed by false information. When faced with exaggerations and fabrications from others, the critical factor is not the events themselves, but how we respond to them. If we allow others' words to influence our mood and decisions, we will only fall into the trap of jealousy they have set. To avoid being swept away by such exaggerations, we must recognize that not everyone can view the truth fairly and thoughtfully. Take control of your reactions and stand firm. The serenity of your mind is the strength that enables you to overcome the challenges life presents. 8. Gossip and behavior fluctuations based on social status. When someone changes their attitude or behavior toward you simply because you hold a higher social status than them, it is a clear sign that jealousy is taking root in their mind. Have you ever noticed that when you achieve success, those around you begin to act differently, sometimes indifferent, cold, or excessively admiring? Yet, when you face difficulties, they suddenly become more approachable, even offering advice with an air of concern. This is one of the subtle manifestations of jealousy. They don't truly care about you as a person. Instead, they care about you only when you hold value for them, when you can elevate their social standing or provide some opportunity. These individuals do not maintain genuine relationships, but interact based on the benefits they can derive from your status. A classic example of this can be found in politics or the business world, where relationships often depend on the social roles or power someone holds. A friend might enthusiastically help you when you are at the peak of your career, but when you encounter hardships, they disappear or act indifferent. This shift in attitude reveals a lack of sincerity and the underlying jealousy that drives their behavior. When they see you struggling, they not only feel relieved, but may even spread unfavorable stories about you, hoping to tarnish your reputation in the eyes of others. This is how jealousy manifests, not through words, but through subtle changes in behavior and communication. In reality, we don't have to look far to notice this. In daily life, small but significant examples abound. Think of those colleagues who laugh and celebrate with you when you secure a major deal, but remain silent or even aloof when you are laid off or face failure. The change in how they approach you is a clear indicator of jealousy. A truly wealthy person does not get swept away by the temporary shifts in social status. They remain steadfast in their values, unaffected by the changing attitudes of others. Those who base the worth of relationships on social status lack inner stability and fail to understand that a person's true value lies not in their position, but in their character. When faced with such changing attitudes, it is essential to stay aware and hold firm to your principles, avoiding being drawn into the cycles of jealousy and status-driven calculations. By doing so, you can gain a clearer perspective on the relationships around you and maintain peace of mind, unshaken by external influences. Have you ever experienced this yourself? Have you noticed changes in the attitudes of those around you when you achieved success or faced failure? Share your thoughts in the comments below so we can discuss and learn together how to deal with jealousy in life. 9. Subtle body language cues. How jealousy manifests in physical movements. When you interact with a jealous person, you may not immediately notice the underlying hostility hidden beneath their sweet words or polite handshakes. However, if you pay close attention, their body language can reveal a great deal about their true feelings. Subtle signals in their actions, the way they look at you, or even how they move, can serve as clear indicators of jealousy. Have you ever felt a certain coldness or even an awkwardness in someone's gaze or gestures when you share your achievements? Small changes in body language, such as an unnatural smirk or discomfort in their posture when standing near you, are telltale signs of jealousy. For instance, imagine discussing a successful project you just completed with a colleague. While they might listen to you, their eyes don't light up with joy. Instead, there's a cold, unnatural look. Have you ever noticed someone's gaze shift from curiosity to quickly looking away when you talk about a win? These behaviors are not random. They often stem from subtle comparisons and discomfort with others' success. Additionally, gestures like crossing their arms or moving unnaturally, such as standing farther away from you in a small space, can indicate they're trying to maintain distance. This is a defensive mechanism of a jealous person, as they struggle to directly acknowledge your success. Do you notice that when you share a personal achievement, they seem to avert their eyes, look around, or try to avoid meeting your gaze? These subtle signals reflect an internal tension they can't fully conceal. It's a sign of jealousy, as they seek to maintain a safe emotional distance rather than confront their discomfort with someone else's success. The question is, have you ever observed these body language cues in your own life? Have you noticed changes in how people interact with you when you're successful compared to when you face challenges? Share your experiences in the comments section and let's discuss these subtle signals of body language together. 10. Guilt manipulation. Using your conscience against you. When someone uses your conscience as a tool to manipulate your emotions and thoughts, it becomes one of the most subtle and toxic ways that jealousy can affect you. Guilt manipulation doesn't just make you feel guilty. It also causes you to doubt yourself, leading to unfair self-blame. A jealous person may make you feel as though you've done something wrong, simply because you have something they cannot have, or because you've achieved a success they can't attain. They skillfully wield your conscience as a weapon, making you believe you're taking advantage of others, or that you don't deserve what you've earned. This psychological manipulation is dangerous because it not only undermines your confidence, but also makes you feel guilty about your achievements or happiness. A prominent example can often be seen in close friendships. You might be succeeding in your career, but a jealous friend could make you feel guilty when you share your accomplishments, claiming you were simply lucky or oblivious to the struggles they are facing. Instead of confronting their feelings of jealousy, they subtly make you feel guilty for earning what you rightfully deserve. Guilt manipulation often comes in the form of statements like, "Do you know how many people are struggling to get a job like yours?" Or, "I've been trying so hard, but it seems like I can't achieve what you have." These comments don't just make you question your worthiness, but also create unnecessary feelings of guilt. Ask yourself, have I truly done anything wrong simply because I've succeeded or had some good fortune in life? The answer is undoubtedly no. Your success is the result of effort, ability, and timing. However, jealous individuals cannot accept this reality, and they use guilt to control their emotions, making them feel bad for the good things in their lives that they lack. Another striking example of guilt manipulation can be seen in the world of celebrities and public figures. They are often criticized for their wealth or success, even though they are simply pursuing their passions and dedicating themselves to their craft. A famous star might receive harsh criticism for their so-called luck, while few acknowledge the years of hard work and sacrifices that underpin their success. Such criticisms, disguised as advice or concern, are often a way to manipulate their emotions and make them feel guilty about their achievements. When you recognize that your happiness and success are not things others have the right to dictate, you free yourself from the influence of guilt manipulation. Understanding that your achievements stem from your efforts and capabilities allows you to rise above the negativity of those who seek to make you feel undeserving. By doing so, you reclaim control over your emotions and protect your self-worth from toxic influences. As life becomes increasingly filled with challenges and successes, facing the envy of others is almost inevitable. However, as the Stoic philosophers taught, the key is not to avoid envy altogether, but to learn how to shield your mind and emotions from its negative effects. By recognizing the signs of a jealous person within 5 minutes, you not only protect yourself from toxic relationships, but also build mental resilience, enabling you to live your passions without letting others' jealousy overshadow your joy. Remember, your success is not a threat to anyone. It is the result of your effort, belief, and wise decisions. So why let someone else's envy make you question what you rightfully deserve? Live boldly and confidently, and never let jealousy diminish your sense of self-worth. You deserve all the best that life has to offer. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button to support our channel. Share your thoughts in the comments section and share this video with friends and family to spread the valuable lessons of Stoic philosophy. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you won't miss our upcoming videos on Stoicism and personal growth. Click the notification bell to get updates as soon as we release new content. We have plenty of exciting and meaningful topics coming your way. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.